we live in a world where we're fairly confident that things are the way we think they are. Houses are houses, trees are trees. We act on the basis of the knowledge that we acquire through our families and schools as we're growing up. In fact, we have to rely on that in order to relate to other people, which we do through language, through exchanging words, structured according to grammar and the system of signs that we inhabit. So this is the kind of medium through which we are exploring our existence. We think about our lives, we might write things about it, we communicate our hopes and fears to other people. That is to say, our experience is mediated through concepts. Concepts are tools for thinking, and they help us to link experiences from the past, future, our opinions about what's going on in the present moment, and we build up pictures. And this is our usual experience. This is what is normal for us. Buddhism is concerned not just with the human situation, though, it's concerned with the fate and liberation of all sentient beings, which includes people in other realms, in God realms of rarefied experience, in tormented realms of anguish and suffering, the animal realms, birds, fish, four-legged animals, and so on. Each of these beings has its own particular way of experience. That experience, from the Buddhist point of view, arises due to the ripening of tendencies and patterns that have been there in the past. And because we live each in the sort of jungle of our assumptions, cutting with our blunt machete a little clearing in the forest, we imagine that this small space is our field of operations, our world, where we're going to be and how we are. From the Buddhist point of view, this limited experience arises due to ignorance of what is actual. The actual is the fact that our mind is not a thing. And mind is an open sphere of awareness. That is to say, it is the inseparability of space and awareness. When you look for the mind itself, you can't find anything. You can look and see, is my mind big or small? Is it inside me? Is it outside me? If you keep looking and not projecting and assuming and regurgitating things you've learned in the past, but if you actually look, then you start to see, oh, my mind is not a thing. I am not a thing. And then we start to see identity is not something fixed. There isn't a personal substance in me out of which I manifest moment by moment, but I manifest out of the actual, the ungraspable openness of presence. And this manifestation occurs within the emergent clarity of each moment, with whatever situations are revealed to us. They arise and pass, arise and pass. And inside that, we are also in ceaseless movement and communication with the environment. Even if we're sitting quietly, unless we're in an artificial way focusing our attention, thoughts and feelings drift in and out. We hear sounds from outside, sensation arises in the body. Our outer manifestation is in a field of movement, of ceaseless occurrence. And this occurrence has no limit to it. That is to say, because our mind is fundamentally empty, it's not restricted, it's not defined by any particular formation. And so we can become like this, like that. And when we look back in our lives, we see, oh, we have been many, many, many thousands of people in just this one life. All the different ways we were when we were children, when we were adolescents, adults, and so on, at work, in relationships. In each situation, we have manifested according to circumstances. That is to say, we are an unfolding display of participative energy rather than some fixed egocentric entity. So this is the basic orientation in Dzogchen, that the actual is open and ungraspable and yet always present. But this is obscured for us or made unavailable for us due to our obsession with and reliance on the fabrications of our own imagining. We imagine that we are a separate individual. We imagine that we have certain qualities and that they truly define who we are. So we can have pride and we can have shame, we can feel confident, we can feel in retraction with a kind of anxiety or embarrassment due to the fact that I am someone, I am something. You looking at me are going to be judging me, liking me or not liking me, so I can have some confidence or lack of confidence. And this interaction then between what I take to be the other, that is to say you, and myself, can be quite a grinding kind of experience. How can I convince you that I have value? I don't know you. What would you like me to say? How should I behave? Once you start to construct your sense of yourself and you try to turn it into a commodity that you have to present to other people for their approval, everything becomes brought up to the surface and artificial. How can I ensure that you like me and won't harm me? The fact is, I can't. I don't know what's in your mind. You don't know what's in my mind. I don't know what's in my mind, because thoughts and feelings and memories and moods of connection or disconnection are constantly opening and closing like clouds moving in the sky. So the more we try to control our situation, to define our identity, we find ourselves limited into a self-referential construct of our hopes and fears. And maintaining this in a reasonably dynamic, responsive mood takes up a lot of energy. The years go by. We never quite arrive at a place where we're sure about how we should be. Each stage of life has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And as we move from childhood into adolescence, adolescence into young adulthood, then the middle years of life, you develop a growing confidence. Yes, I know how to be me. And then it's gone. And then it's gone. So when we examine our lives, we can see that the constructs that we have, and we spend so much time developing and building, inflected by our ideas of comparing and contrasting and how we position ourselves with others, all of this work leads to nothing, because the past is gone, it's vanished. So from the Dharma point of view, we want to awaken from our immersion in the dream time of the imagined to what is simple and actual and here by itself. This is it, how it is.